What's up guys, I'm Benny here. In today's video, we're gonna get nerdy. I'm actually gonna be doing a step-by-step progression plan for these guys. We're gonna choose a specific topic and then we're gonna build a progression to get them to have a particular outcome. And then through that process, we're gonna give them some feedback. We're gonna be riding, we're gonna be vibing. So stay tuned to the end of the video because you're gonna learn all the steps that you can actually use for your own riding and become more awesome at snowboarding. And then save this, put this in your notes so you can re-watch it the next time you go snowboard, and then we're vibing. Let's roll. The park is actually melting out so much that they're gonna pull the rails out, switch them up a little bit, and rebury them. As you just saw, we're getting warmed up. We're really just trying to evaluate our bodies. We are 5 days into snowboarding. Some of these dudes may have snowboarded a lot this season or not, but regardless, it's been a while since we snowboarded. So we are trying to take a nice warm-up run to evaluate our bodies, see how we're feeling, come up with a game plan that is gonna be as awesome as possible for how we're feeling. And then we're gonna get into some clinics where we can help you become more awesome. Let's go. We're gonna do a butter clinic. So I'm gonna establish a couple different tasks and drills that we're gonna be able to do so that we can all do them, develop the skills, and then equal a result, which is gonna be a fun little butter trick. What is a butter? Pressing under our tip and tail. And the cool thing about a butter is we're able to do a little bit of rotation with that. Now, my goal here is to not do full rotations because I think we're gonna get eaten up by the snow. So what we are gonna do is some butter variations that are super playful and fun that do require us to do a little bit of spinning, a press, and a little bit of more spinning. So before we get super hardcore into the spinning, I want to dial in some body positions allowing us to understand how to get the press, and then the press is kind of like our base ingredient, and then we can add some spices and some sugars and all sorts of fun stuff into that to make that a little bit more awesome. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do a tail press. But what is a tail press?
Your board is just on your tail.
Yeah, I just press my tail, right? Tail press my tail. With that said, there's a couple different ways we can achieve that press. I can technically drop my shoulder and start getting way out here. Sink my hip back, get all my weight towards the end of my board, and I can also retract my lead knee. Hip back, retract. Now, one key thing we've talked about all flipping week is my shoulder position. What happens if I lean all the way back and I do this? We start turning, right? We've been learning about that all week. So this is another way if you guys are trying to work on alignment. It's a good drill, but for here, you also allow more of your body to get here versus some of it fading over there. Again, I want you to stand up. I want you to face uphill, and you're gonna be in a flat platform like I am. I can make a nice flat platform with the soft snow, and I literally just want to sink down and feel, how do I get this board to rise? Now we're gonna take that same body position. Now we're gonna add one more challenge, which is a little bit of momentum. I want you guys to start in a side slip position, point it straight down the fall line or turn and do a press. Trying to be so fast and abrupt with our movement, trying to get into that tail press, that it does two things. We either loop out because our movement's so drastic and we're not controlling it. Some of you guys were there and it was so quick that you just lost control before we even got into this thing. And the second thing with that same word is you guys were not progressive and you lost your balance extremely fast. So as I'm making these movements, I really want to be able to sink down, be smooth, be intentional, and monitor exactly where I'm at before I'm gone too far, right? Once I'm past the brink, I'm already past the brink. But if I can know where that line is and then flirt with that line, it's a different story than just rolling over it. So it's just nice and smooth. I can like smoothly sink down, press, stand back up. A lot of you guys were like, sink. A lot of you guys were using the tactics that allowed you to get your shoulders so far past the tail. The challenge with that is you make your tipping point so much higher that it's easier to spit out. As I'm leaning over, eventually I'm out and I didn't raise the nose of my board that high, but I fell over. You need to exaggerate the flexion of your back, knee, and hip, allowing you to sink down to the press. So I'm not actually falling over. I'm low and I'm getting this press. Notice I haven't fallen over yet. If I got that far and I was standing up, I'd get spit out. Sink down. Eyes. A lot of us want to look in the direction of our feet. This puts us in a body position that's more like this instead of like this. I gotta look where I'm going. Some of you guys are actually putting weight over your toe edge and you're just turning and looping out that way. So look where you're going. Back shoulder for you, your back shoulder was so dipped that you were here and that exaggerated that not synced position. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start in that side slip position. We're gonna go switch, and if you're comfortable with switch, what we're trying to do is do a point our board straight down the fall line. We're actually gonna pivot a flat ground 180 into that press. We don't need to jump on the press anywhere. We're just gonna literally go like side slip into it. If you're not comfortable doing the full 180 from switch to regular, totally fine. We can just start 90 and do 90 into a tail press. Keep your toes up. You drop that toe, you're catching an edge. Keep your toes up. Go slow if you need to. Beyond the tipping point. So sometimes I gotta go too far to know what's enough, right? So for you guys, think about, okay, my tipping point was I got so far darn back that I spit out. Well, let's take it down 20% of that. A lot of you guys were sinking down, but then instead of staying there and be in a static position where you just hold it and vibe and feel like $100 or $1 million, you guys are like searching for more, too late. So if your nose of your board is 4 inches off the ground, we're vibing. So I do the 180 and then I'm here, I'm good. I'm feeling good. I don't need to keep going. So let's keep that in mind, is find that happy medium instead of searching too far, just what's enough. What I would like to do is complete a full 360. So we're gonna go in switch, 50-50, I'm gonna go sideways, I'm gonna go into that press, and then I'm gonna do another 180 out, going the same direction. Control the backside 180. So you need to get control, so you need to get out of that press, establish control, then backside 180. You did the backside 180 so quick where you were not established and it was a little squirrely. So get solid and then move. Now obviously the better you get, the more solid you can be earlier, and then it's like boom, 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 but you're not quite there yet. A significant portion of becoming a better snowboarder is actually applying the feedback and getting enough time to practice. All right, how do we make this more challenging? 180 into it so I can actually pop, get into that tail press, and then pop back out so that I'm not doing the side slip. Yeah. What else? Nose press. right, guys, to be honest, this week has been absolutely crazy. I know the campers have loved all the talking, all the coaching, all of the MA that I've been doing, and I've been talking so much and coaching so hard that I'm losing my voice. I literally don't know where it's going. But regardless, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you all for watching, and thank you to the campers for making this one of the most amazing experiences for Easy, my assistant coach, as well as Lynn, myself. Like, it's been an incredible week. So thank you guys so much. But it's not over yet. But it's not over yet. We have a whole nother week of some awesome content. So we're going to be switching it up a little bit. We're going to be doing some clinics, some nerd, some fun riding, a lot of riding, and really showing the progression of the camper. So make sure you stay tuned. Definitely come back, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to join summer camp and progress your riding, because we are so focused on making guys as awesome as possible on this channel, and that's why I'm hosting this camp, is for the people to be more awesome at snowboarding. You want to join? Check out the link in the description below. I will be putting out some information, some dates, and all that kind of stuff. If you want to come hang out with me, learn, progress, and have the sickest time ever. So on that note, guys, nothing but love. I hear weird noises. Think it's aliens, but we out.